Welcome, everybody, to the Follow Brand Podcast. We're going to take it all the way down to the heart of Miami-Dade County, all the way to the medical campus. People I really, really love. I admire them. They always bring me in. It's like going home. And that is at the Miami-Dade College Medical Campus. We're going to be talking to Dr. Alwyn. I always call him Dr. A. Dr. A. Alwyn. He is my guy. We met at the National Association of Health Service Executives. It had to be about 5 years ago, and I was just coming on as the new president. He started to interact with us because I met him at the Miami Jewish Center. I remember that. He said, "Hey, you know what? I'm working with them." I was telling him what was going on with the NAHSE, and he said, I like to see what you're doing. So I brought him up, and he came in and went to one of our events, and we have been fast friends ever since. And I am so happy to bring him back because he was one of my first guests on the podcast about 3+ years ago. And I always loved his story. And people may or may not know this. He started out as a dentist. He's the guy who was in your mouth. He put you in the chair, caused you a lot of pain, and then send you on your way. But he's doing some other things now. So Dr. Alwyn, you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, Grant, thank you once again for inviting me. And our friendship really has flourished and grown over the years. So I really, truly appreciate that. And yes, so my background is in dentistry. I'm a dental hygienist by trade, got all my training here at Miami-Dade College. And, over the years just have expanded. And here I am today, back to where I started. Back where it's given me the opportunity to really enter the workforce and enjoy it every single day. What I tell my kids every day is, listen, I go to work and it's not work. I enjoy what I do. So it's having fun every day, man, to really see the impact that we as a college, as a community college, even though we took the name out, the community out of our name, we're still the community's college that provide workforce services and partnership for our community. So yeah, man, every day I'm living the life, man. I'm living the life.
You're living that good life, the good life, and you live it, as you say, community. People go back and listen to that original podcast that we did. I was always taken back that how you helped students that were in situations that were challenging, that you would go out. One student talked about was living out of his car, and you had to go talk to him and encourage him to even continue. I know it's hard right now, but in 3 to 5 years now, you're going to be thankful that you did not quit and you moved it forward. I want to bring this back to you because I'm intrigued right now. You went to the dentistry world, and right now you're the interim dean president of the Miami-Dade College Medical Campus. Talk to us about that leadership track. How did you make that kind of transition?
Well, thank you for that. Currently I serve as the interim president of the medical campus, and it's always been a dream for me to come back in academia. So I'll go back a little bit, and you just reminded me about the student because, a matter of fact, about a couple of weeks ago, I did a letter of recommendation for that same student because now he not only graduated from our dental hygiene program and went on to another different college and earned his bachelor's degree, he's actually now applying to dental school. So he needed a letter of recommendation. So it's full circle of what I do and what I believe in, and it's really helping people to advance themselves, regardless of what it is. One thing that I've always said is this. College is not for everyone, but what is for everyone is a skill. You need a skill, whatever it takes to get that skill. If it's upskilling yourself into vocational school and then eventually get into the college or the university, that's what you need to do. I go as elementary of saying that you need your name on a piece of paper. That's what you need. So whatever it takes to get there, that's what you need to do. So my journey really started here, like I stated, at Miami-Dade College at the medical campus in dental hygiene. So for years, I was in the dental field. And one day, one of the surgeon that I worked with said, listen, there's more to you than you think. You are a leader, you are running these offices, you're an administrator, but you really have a niche. You need to go back and, get another degree or whatever. And I said, if I wanted to do that, I would. I really enjoy what I do. And he says, no, there's more in you than you think. And sometimes it takes folks to really see the greatness in you that sometimes you don't even see in yourself, and also offer you an opportunity. Fast forwarding to that, I got into the dental hygiene program and became a dental hygienist. And one of my goals was to come back to Miami-Dade College and teach. And I wanted to do that because I had a great professor that believed in two things. And one was the profession of dental hygiene, and then also student success. So when a student wasn't doing well, she would take it on her own time to tutor that student and try to help that student. And from that point, I said, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out, I'm going to get some experience, I'm going to go back to school, I'm going to earn a master's degree, and then I'm going to come back and teach. And that's exactly what I did. I came back, became an adjunct faculty. A year after that, I was afforded the opportunity to get a full-time position teaching, and did that for several years and became a tenured faculty, which was a great moment for me at that point. And then I wanted to move into administration. And I'm trying to figure out, how do I get there? So I was always involved in associations and so on, and I became the president of my own association. And doing that, was able to take leadership classes and really interact with other folks throughout the state, and different administrators and different dental hygienists and assistant and dentists and so on and so forth. And then the opportunity came for a chairperson position, and I applied, and I received that, and then did very well in there, leading faculty and staff and so on and so forth. And the deanship position came up, and did that for 5 years. And now the opportunity has come for me to sit in the role as the interim president, and I've been having fun. Put it as that, learning. But I want to go back to the importance of being involved, one, in your association or a association, and then really taking advantage of those opportunities that they offer, with like leadership courses or leadership development, team building, things like that, because it really, really helps you as you go along. You may not see the value at the time, but you never know where life is going to end, right? Or where life is going to take you. So you must always be prepared for when that moment comes. You are prepared, and no one is second guessing your ability to do that job, because you already have prepared yourself for the opportunity. So being involved in like Leadership Florida and the National Association of Health Services Executive and the American College of Healthcare Executives and the National Association of Leadership and Success, and a plethora of other associations that I do involve in, and taking advantage of their leadership opportunities. That's why I'm here. And I feel that over the years of taking those courses and really interacting with folks, I would have never met you if I was not involved in NASI. And that one conversation has brought us to 5+ years later, and that's the value that you bring when you interact with folks, and like-minded folks. Even though you're not at the bedside, you're healthcare, a different sector, a very important sector, right, as we speak right now. But that's what it has formed. The importance of being in your association, importance of taking these leadership classes and being involved, and just getting yourself out there and making colleagues, and eventually becomes friends. And you never know where the opportunities may come.
100%. And because of our relationship, and I want especially our younger people to truly understand, this is one thing. We're in this digital world now. It's a lot of social media out there, and a lot of people are getting involved. And you say, I got so many followers, I got so many connections. You need relationships. What are relationships? Relationships are people who know you and you know them, and you can have an absolute conversation with them. It doesn't matter you got 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 followers. If they don't know who you truly are, that's not a relationship. You need relationships. Things like this, when you get involved with associations, as you stated, and you get to obviously share experiences with people of like mind, of a like or a passion that you both have, then there you become a kindred spirit. Me and Dr. Alwyn, we are kindred spirits. And I came to him with this idea around lead with impact. This is a leadership workshop. What I have found that over time of myself going to a lot of different events over time, the thing that had been missing, I believe, these are great events, wonderful events, but people are on stage and they're talking about their particular situation, their particular experiences, things that they can frame the problem, then potential solutions, and then everybody goes home. But how do we move in the needle forward? We felt by putting this in place, lead with impact, vision to victory, it'll be at Miami-Dade College Medical Campus, right? These are for people that are aspiring to become leaders. They are aspiring to get to that next level, and they need, as you said earlier, you might have foundational knowledge or foundational experience, but you lack a skill set. You lack certain skill sets that you may know or you may not know. What is situational awareness? Well, that's a nice buzzword, but how do you apply it? What does that look like in action? Emotional intelligence, and then the challenges that are brought to your desk. It's easy. Everybody says, "Oh, you got this great title. You're the president. This is wonderful. You got it made." Like you don't understand. I got a lot on my plate. Everything that's happening comes back to me, whatever it might be, whether it's in environmental, it's in marketing, it's in finance, it's in operations, it finds itself back to me, and I've got to be able to handle those situations. So we've created a workshop around that. It's just a 2-day workshop, but I guarantee you, people that come to this will walk away with a skill set and a relationship that they've never had before if they did not invest in this time. I want from your lens, talk to us why you felt this would be a good workshop for people.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that. When we spoke about this earlier this year or last year, I thought it was a great idea. A great idea. Why? Because even with our own students, even though they're at the level of students, eventually they want to get somewhere else, right? And what is a better time to really own in, have conversations with experts in the field that can really be a guiding light for them to say, listen, if you're trying to get from point A to point B, we kindly have a blueprint to support you, to show you how to get there, the skill set that you're going to need. So when we sat and had a conversation, I said, let's do it at Miami-Dade College. Where else to do it more than with the largest institution of higher education in the country, and the best place to be with the state-of-the-art equipment and everything else is the medical campus, right? So we are here to support that you are doing, and also we will be blasting it out over and over again because it's super important, especially if you want, because the thing is, not all students would eventually want to stay in the clinical realm of things. You have some that will go into the teaching world and the sales world and the marketing world and the IT world and the administrative world. But at the same time, it goes back to the basic things that you need to learn. Emotional intelligence, right? How to do operation, how to upskill, how to have that conversation, how to be prepared for that opportunity when it comes. And I think your program will be encompassed of all this. So I think it's a great opportunity, great idea, not only for our students, but to those that are in the workforce right now at the entry level that wants to level up and get to the other level. They really need to come out and support this.
I love it. And last time, matter of fact, I was at the medical campus, and I guarantee anybody that comes, you got to get the tour. because you gave me the tour. I was floored. I had no idea of what exists at the medical campus around just hands-on opportunities to get into labs, to really see what it's like in an operating room, to see what it's like in an ambulance. I mean, there's so many different things that you have there that is it's just really cool. You've got to go. And last time I was there, you had invited the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust that they did with students, and I had come down. I partner with the NAHSE. We call it NASE, the National Association of Health Service Executives, but they had me speak. And Marcus Bright, Bill Diggs, was all there. Talk to us about that program.
Oh man. So it is called Humanity in Healthcare Youth Conference, which we partner every year with Dr. Marcus Bright and his team. Great work that he and his team's doing. So what they do is bring students that are interested in a healthcare career to the medical campus. It's pretty much a half a day of, pretty much lectures and summit, but also the tour. What I always tell them and every student or anyone that visit our campus is this: we have the state-of-the-art simulation hospital for a reason. And the reason is you kill those mannequins a million times as much as you want, because we want you to do so. So that way, when you get out in the clinical setting, in your clinical rotations, you do not hurt the patient. So
Yes.
that's why our simulation area is so like the hospital system. Everything, every corner down to the painting and the flooring is just like the hospital. So that way you get that feel. So when you are with the mannequins that are really lifelike, they talk to you, they cry, they give you all kind of scenarios and everything that you need to do. And the OR is the exact OR that you would do if you had, to get any kind of surgical procedures done. We make it that way so the students understand the value of the education and the training that they're receiving here, and to know that, you know what, it's okay to mess up, make a mistake. We want you to make a mistake so we can talk about it in the debriefing room, so we can make sure that it won't happen again, and to make sure you are prepared when you get out there in the clinical rotations not to make that mistake. So, it's always a highlight for us. And when high school students come with Dr. Bright, they are always floored and taken away and taken aback by what we have to offer, and all the programs that we have to offer. The medical campus is situated in the medical district down next door to Jackson and all the other hospital system around here. But we have been nestled in this area since in the 70s. We have the largest school of nursing and some of the largest programs in the School of Health Sciences. We have over 31 allied health programs in the School of Health Sciences. So there is a career pathway for you if you want to be in front of patients, or if you don't. There is an opportunity for you here at Miami-Dade College Medical Campus.
Now I want you to talk to our audience about the opportunity, because that's one of the things the kids did. We talked to them about the opportunity in healthcare, and that you are now part of, or could be part of, a $2 trillion economy. It's vast, and it's not just clinical. Clinical is part of it, obviously, nursing and all the things that go along with that. But the healthcare industry of itself houses all the other industries within itself.
Correct.
So if you want to go into construction, you want to go to facilities, you want to understand technology and health tech. Oh, talk to this. If you were going to recruit a student to come and learn at the college, what would you tell them?
That's actually a great question. That's actually a great question. Not only that it is affordable, right? But to know that one thing that I can tell you, and I'll go right back to where I started to tell you why I chose education as ultimately the career. And it is really the faculty. The magic really happens in the classroom, because when a healthcare profession is going to leave their profession that is highly paid to come into the educational system to really teach the next generation of healthcare professional speaks volumes. They have a passion for what they do as a healthcare professional, but also a passion for students and seeing where their career can go in the next 10, 15, 20 years. So what do I do tell students now is education is the only key that unlocks the doors to opportunity and financial success, right? That's the first piece of it. But where do you fit in? If you like healthcare, like you stated, there is different avenues for healthcare. Okay. So you have like healthcare administration. That's for folks that wants to be in healthcare, but want to be behind the desk and doing the paperwork and everything else and don't want to deal with patients on a clinical basis. And then you have all the other clinical fields and different specialties that you can go in. So it's pretty much to find your niche, find what you like. So there's a gatekeeper course that we do here, which is called Introduction to Healthcare. The purpose why it's a gatekeeper is because there's some students that says, you know what, my mom wants me to be a nurse, but I really don't want to be a nurse, right? But they don't know about all the other opportunities in healthcare that is available. So this course talks about the different healthcare fields and IT in healthcare, facilities in healthcare, all kind of things, AI and what's happening and all these things. This course opens your eyes to all the opportunities that are there in healthcare, right? So sometimes you do have that student that says, well, my mom wants me to be a nurse, but you know what? I took this class and I think I want to do sonography, or I think I want to do radiography, or, something else. And that's what it's all about. So I tell students this: we're here to support you. You are our why. Know you, know us, right? You are our why. This is why we get up every day and do what we do. So we will provide you all the resources possible for you to be success. We ask for one thing. And the one thing that we ask for is for you to give us 110% of everything inside of you in order for you to be successful. So what does that mean? Make sure you're studying. If you're not understanding something, come early or stay late to meet with the faculty to talk about it. Use our resources. Use the tutoring online or in person. Use the softwares that we have for you. Let us know if you are homeless. Let us know if you're having a deficit financially. We have a dean of students. We have things that will help you. We have grants and opportunities that our partners have given us to make sure you are successful. All we ask is that you give us 110%, and we guarantee if you give us 110%, you will be successful, because we have the other resources that are going to help you to be successful.
And I agree with that 100. And I've seen it. You just talked about the other student you did. That's just a beautiful testimony of going the extra mile. Now, you've got a couple of different things that you've just brought online at the medical campus around services. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes, we are excited. Last year we developed, and full running right now is our associate degree in health services management. Because the hospital system are always looking for folks, always looking for, people to do the job. And that's what I like about Miami, is that everything that we do revolves around the community and the partnerships. So whenever we develop a program, it's not because Miami-Dade decide we are going to develop a program. No, it's a partnership with the hospital system and the community. We do a deep dive and deep research and figure out if there's job opportunities there and everything like that. And then we develop. So another program that we just started this spring semester is the radiation therapy program. So we are super excited for that. And we believe it's going to do very, very well, because there's such a need with the high rate of cancer that's diagnosed right now. We do need those technicians that will be able to support the physicians that specializes in cancer care. So we are super excited about that too. So those are the two main things that we have being offered this semester.
Well, I'm glad, and I love how you started the partnership, the community partnership with the healthcare facilities. I mean, Jackson is just right there on your footprint. You can barely tell the difference. So when it comes from Miami-Dade County and then all the different people, I think there's 3 million souls living in just Miami-Dade County by itself. And the fact you just made it, the largest community college in the United States, is that what I just heard?
We are. We are the largest college in the United States. Yes, we are. We are the largest Hispanic serving. We are the largest. We listen. There's so much accolades this college have that it'll take me about at least 2 or 3 hours just to go through all the designations and things that we have. But at the end of the day, it's not even just about the medical campus. It's about Miami-Dade College, period. With AI and technology, we have one of the first bachelor's degree in artificial intelligence here. Things like that. We go above and beyond on a lot of different career aspects. We have over 300 different degrees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for lack of a better word, get in where you fit in. Get
Yeah.
in where you fit in, because at the end of the day, I'll go back and I will say it to these young folks or anyone, period. The only key, the only key to change your life and to make you successful is education. It's very simple. Even if you're good with your hands as a mechanic or something like that, great for you, but you still need that certification. You still need your name on that sheet of paper. So any way you dice it or slice it, you must get some form of training. And what better place to get that training than Miami-Dade College?
Say it and say it loud like we are on Follow the Brand for sure. That's so important. And let's say this, because of your community accolades and the things that you've done and the things that I've witnessed, you are being honored by Project 12. Mr. August is what I heard. Talk to us
Yes,
a little bit
sir.
about that accolade and why it's so important.
I am Mr. August, and I tell you, when I saw the lineup of men that will be celebrating with me, I wonder to myself, how did I get here? How did I get here where someone recognized what I do? Because, like I said, what I do every day, Grant, it's not work for me because I have a passion for what I do. Nothing makes me more happy than when I see a student, I know their story, and I see them cross that stage with the story that they have. So to have an organization like Project 12 to recognize me, and because of you, I gotta put it out there because you saw something in me or you see something in me that says somebody has to know about this man because this man is doing something in the community. It speaks volumes when someone else see what you do and the passion that you have. It speaks volumes. So I thank you for that, and I thank Project 12 organization for what they do, because I tell you, as I look back on your induction last year and then my induction this year, and the greatness of man that was with you last year, and then the greatness that is with me this year is phenomenal. So there's men out there that are doing great work, and I'm so thankful that I am part of that work and that being recognized with Project 12. So thank you for that, and I thank the Project 12 team. But it's a great honor, and I'm looking forward to getting that. I am.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be February 1st up at Boca West. If people are not familiar with Project 12, it celebrates Black men, Black men in the community at all levels, from a king to a barber. But you're doing something impactful. We want to showcase positive male role models. Unfortunately, in societies across America, constantly we see usually on the news, Black men in trouble. And that's what you see. So that becomes the narrative. And we want to change that. Like, no, not all Black men are not in trouble. Actually, a very small percentage of them are actually what you would call in trouble. Most of them are very successful people that are doing good things in the community. And I remember last year when I was honored and you were at the table, along with people from Memorial Healthcare System, from Jackson Healthcare System, from Holy Cross Healthcare System. I had a table full of C-suite executives that helped to honor me. That was a testimony to myself and how they felt. When I talk about personal branding, people are like, what is he talking about? He just wants to be some social media darling. No, of course not. That's so far from the truth. Your brand is what people respect about you, your reputation. And that reputation is earned, it's not given. But when you extend an opportunity and people accept that opportunity, that says a lot about you. That's why we're having the Lead with Impact at Miami-Dade College Medical Campus, because I want people to have opportunities to grow and to be what all they can be. As you stated earlier in this conversation, somebody came to you and said, hey, Dr. Alwyn, at the point you weren't Dr. Alwyn, you were just Alwyn. Hey, I see something more in you. And you could have just brushed it off, but he said, no, and the gentleman stayed with you. No, you need to think about this and go back and do some things so you can live your full potential. And that's what we're doing with the Lead with Impact program.
Agree. Agree. I couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better.
So
Thank you for all you do, Grant. I appreciate you, sir.
100%, 100%. Now you've got to tell the audience, everybody's like, how do I get enrolled in your program? I was like, I'm signing up, man, especially people coming out of high school and they're trying to figure out their next step. Do you understand the unemployment rate? I mean, they need workers. So, I need a job. We need bodies. Talk to the people about how they get in contact with yourself or with the college so they can enroll.
Oh, absolutely. It's very simple. Go to www.mdc.edu. Right there, there is a plethora of different programs, different career guidance for you. Reach out to one of our advisors. You can reach out to them online. You can come into any one of our 8 campuses and meet with them face to face and talk about your passion. Because if you are a high school student that, you know what, I know I need to get something, but I'm not sure exactly, no worries. We are here, our advisors are here to sit down with you and to really evaluate you. What do you like? Where do you see yourself? And even come up with ideas of programming that can really help you. And if that doesn't happen at that point, no worries. Just know that if your goal is to get a degree, you still have to take your math and your science and your English and so on. So enroll into the English course or enroll into a math course. And at that time, you'll continue to find your way. And know that there's a lot of organizations on the campuses that will put you with like-minded folks to get you to the next level. Right? So be involved in the organizations that are on campus and the activities and events that we have for you, and embrace the culture of Miami-Dade College and you will be okay. So that is www.mdc.edu.
And before I let you go, Dr. Leiba, I have to ask you this. How did you feel about this interview right here on the Follow Brand Show?
Listen, when you're talking to family, we're just chatting. The only difference is now it's being recorded. So that's it. We are just having a chat together, and that's it. I will talk to you just like this offline. So this is nothing. We're having a conversation. We're having a great conversation. We're just being recorded. Now, this is a great thing because we're able to share it with the community so they can see one, what you're doing in your world of IT and personal branding, but to also see what we're doing from Miami-Dade, affecting the world through the community.
Wonderful, wonderful. I want to thank you again for being on the show, man. I only bring back those people that are truly impactful. You're one of the few. that I've had, come back on the show. On that said, wouldn't hire everybody to come back on the show, but it's about timing, it's about importance, it's about what's happening now, and this is what's going on. This is wonderful. I cannot wait to air this show. And I want to encourage your entire audience to tune into all the episodes on Follow the Brand at 5-star BDM. That is the number 5. That star, that's BDM. That's for B for brand, D for development, and for masters.com. Thank you so much for being on the show.
All right. Thank you, Grant. We'll talk soon, sir.
Absolutely.